Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Joe Emilio Show. I'm your host, Joe Emilio, and tonight the President of South Africa addresses us, and I chat to you about a unfortunate passing of a muso, and I also look at some headlines that are crossing the nation at this time. So let's strap in and let's try and have some fun with this one, ladies and gentlemen. All that and a lot more in just a moment. And we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? How was your weekend, your long weekend? Yes, it is a Tuesday evening. I almost said Monday earlier, but it is a Tuesday evening, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you all so much for tuning in, for hanging out with me. You know, keep those chats coming in, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be an evening, an interesting one. Because the president of South Africa has decided to address the nation very last moment. So I tried my best to get myself prepared for tonight. I was supposed to have Ian Cameron and Gideon Joubert on, but I told them I really want to stream the president's speech. Let's just see what he has to say. You know, this could be a really big one. And at the same time, I want to make fun of him while he's streaming or while he's addressing us. You'll see, for those of you who may not know, I do something called S-trolling. I call it strolling. No, it's not strolling like walking. No, it's short for stream trolling. And if you want to know more about that, then you must just stick around and you'll see when the president addresses us tonight. What that is all going to look like. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think I have fixed the president's speech, to be honest. But anyway, I'm here. It's a Tuesday, I almost said Monday again, Tuesday evening. I hope you guys had a lovely long weekend. Mine was okay. Mine was good. Yeah, a bit of a thing here that I want to get into. I hope I don't get too emotional with this one. I want to give tribute to someone whom I was friends with, you know, someone in the entertainment business. This guy, I met him when I was managing at a bar in Durbanville a few years back, before YouTube. Before I ever was on YouTube. Yeah, I met this guy. We wanted to do an acoustic night at the bar. So we had bands obviously come in and just, you know, play acoustic music, you know, very chill, laid back kind of stuff. And I met this guy through that. And we became friends. Like, I wish I made the effort more to see him, but you know, we passed paths every now and again. You know, like every now and again there was, you know, a message here or there and stuff like that. He was a great guy. He was a really, really awesome person, human, and I was shocked to hear about his untimely passing last week. It's one of the reasons why on Thursday evening I didn't have a stream, is because yeah, it's never nice to hear about a passing of a friend, especially one who's so young and one who is so influential in the music industry. This guy was a beast on the guitar. I mean, the things he used to do on the guitar was just, it would leave your eyes like questioning, what did you just see? I mean, he touched the guitar in ways, I think, like, you never thought of, like, you know, I know that sounds kind of dirty, and I don't mean it like that, but like just the way he played the guitar was just amazing, beautiful, talented. And I've never seen anyone play the guitar the way he did. And to hear of his passing was yeah, it was tough to hear. And I just wanted to, give a shout out to his family and his lovely wife. Uh, for those of you who don't know, it's Justin Hoskin passed away unfortunately after a very severe and horrible car crash. Um, and yeah, like love just kept flooding in. I wanted to share with you guys just a clip of I mean, this is a very mellow song that he's going to play now. But I encourage anybody to just go and look him up because his music was really good. He had a band. And he loved music, eh? Like he really loved it. Like I think his it was music notes that went through his veins, you know. Let me just play this.
Kiss me up before you go. Summertime sadness. I just wanted you to know, baby, you're the best. She's got a red dress on tonight, dancing in the pale and the dark moonlight. Tie her hair up, real big pretty queen style. High heels out, she's feeling alive. Oh my God, I feel it in the air, so love for wild. Above, I sailing like a snail, honey, I'm on fire. I feel it everywhere, nothing scares me anymore. Kiss me out before you go. Summertime sadness. And I just wanted you to know, baby, you're the best. Got the summertime sadness. Summertime sadness. Summertime sadness. Oh, oh, oh. Got the summertime sadness. Summertime sadness. Got the summertime sadness. Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, so that was a cover, obviously. That's just one sample. He was great, and like I said, he was an amazing human, nice guy, and he will be missed so much. He used to. You'll see here in this was a studio he made, and he used to post on Facebook during the lockdown, and he was just playing all the time, crazy riffs, really, really sad. 27 years old. But Justin, wherever you are, you will be missed. So yeah, go check him out, ladies and gentlemen. You will enjoy his music. Anyway, yeah, let me just get to some, before I get to that headline, let me get to some of, let me get to some of the comments here. I see some people commenting. So Herman Ruas is with us, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Herman, how are you doing? Thanks for the phone call the other day. It was great chatting to you again. Yeah, I know we were friends. Lucky I did not meet you in Benoni. What do you mean we were friends? I thought we were still friends. Matthew's in the house. Who are we talking about? And he says, nice voice. Thanks, man. He was cool. Damn 27 Club. I know, right? I know. It's yeah. It's sad, man. And I mean this. Anyway, I've mourned. Thursday was a really tough day. Friday got a bit better. I just wish his family my condolences, and yeah, like I said, he will be missed. But like I said, go check out. Just Google Justin Hoskin, Facebook. You'll see him. His videos are still up there, I think. Really cool guy. Really cool. Anyway, I don't know. It's difficult for me to transition from a topic like that. Maybe it shouldn't have been the first thing I talk about, but yeah, I just, like I said, I wanted to pay tribute to the guy, and I think let's just move on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a few headlines that I picked up today. That I thought, hey, let's chat a bit about this. And thank you, Herman, for the 77 Rand. Sorry, 7 Rand super chat. You're too kind. No, I'm kidding, guys. Any super chat or Sasa chat, ladies and gentlemen, is greatly appreciated. It goes a long way to helping this channel. And yes, that is correct, ladies and gentlemen. I said Sasa chat, which reminds me, I forgot to introduce to you guys my little mascot. There you go. Cyril Ramaphosa saying thank you or thanks for the Sasa chat, and that obviously goes to you, Herman. Thanks for the Sasa chat and my little mascot here. You know, he'll pop up every now and again. He's like, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. All that stuff. He's a very polite little dinosaur, if you ask me. And don't forget, spare super chat or Sasa chat, whichever way or whichever you can do, be greatly appreciated. I know it's days before payday, so things are scarce. But yeah, what do you guys think of my little mascot there? It says, please hit the like button. Oh, wow, okay. Another super chat from Herman Ross saying, sorry, that was not enough to pay for petrol and also not enough to review my friendship. Renew, sorry, my friendship that you did. There's no need to renew, my friend. We've always been friends. Thank you so much for the 35 Rand super chat. All in all, 42 Rand. Sasa chat, rather. And once again, the Cyril Ramaphosa thanks you for the super chat. Valerie is also here, ladies and gentlemen. Valerie, looking forward to tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say on that. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you everybody else for tuning in. Let me actually pop this up as well, because people are going to tune in and wonder where Cyril is. So I just want to have this little banner on so that for those who tune in wondering where Cyril is. Cyril's going to address us at 8 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. I was going to have Gideon and Ian on the show tonight, but I moved it to next week, Tuesday, so tune in to that. We're going to be talking about gun laws in South Africa, and, well, it's going to be an open mic night as well, because we want questions from you guys. Like, what do you want to know about the gun laws in South Africa? They're going to address them as well. Like, for example, when's the best time to shoot? God forbid you have to shoot. Stuff like that. Yeah, I made it sound like it's a good thing to shoot. It's never a good thing to shoot, ladies and gentlemen. Guns should be used as a last resort, not a first resort. But anyway, we'll get into all that tomorrow, next week, Tuesday. So please tune into that with me, with Ian Cameron and Gideon Yobert. Herman, I need to get you on the show. So I know you're very busy at the moment, but when you have a chance, just message me, and we'll work out some dates. I want to speak to the local farmer again and get some updates on how farming has been doing as things seem to be lifted, ladies and gentlemen. Well, kind of, sort of. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to remain optimistic, but ANC has disappointed us so many times. It's very difficult to remain optimistic, let's be honest. Anyway, and for those of you who are wondering or who may have noticed, look what's behind me. Finally, I did that last week. My lightsaber is finally up on the wall behind me. I love it. I think it's great there. it's. And I didn't realize that the light from the bottom here was going to reflect so nicely off the saber, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, that is, there it is, a nice addition to my background. And this is a gun. Okay, I don't have any messages from you, Herman. I got no messages. Just so you know, there's nothing has come through. Anyway, you can figure that one out. Let's see. So, ladies and gentlemen, very quickly, let's go through some of these headlines that we have here. First one, court halts government's planned 50 million rand donation to Cuba. This was 4 hours ago, so this is like hot off the presses, so to speak, right? And AfriForum, the court granted. There we go. Okay. Hold on. Sorry. So Herman has sent me. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Is that a 50 cal? No, it's not. Is it? No, it's not, right? Let me know. Sure. I can't show it because YouTube doesn't like guns. So it's unfortunate. But that looks really cool, man. It's not a 50 cal. I know it's not, but it looks like one. But I know it's not. 50 cal is way bigger. What kind of gun was it? Okay, so the court granted AfriForum an urgent interdict, stopping the government's planned 50 million rand donation to Cuba. Said no harm would befall either party should the funds be withheld until the finalization of AfriForum's review application. The lobby group welcomed the judgment, saying it prevented the government's wasteful expenditure. Now, once again, we are, or the government rather, I should say, is giving money to Cuba. Nobody knows why or whatever. It's just a donation. There it is, 50 million rand donation. And AfriForum is like, okay, well, why do you want to donate? Like, South Africa needs that money. I'm willing to bet South Africa needs that money more than Cuba needs that money, to be honest. So what's happening? And apparently there's some kind of investigation. So we will see. We will see what happens. I'm just trying to see here if there's anything that of value. Now they're just, I don't know, they're saying that like the money wasn't going to be transferred, it was going to be transferred, there's certain things that are happening, I don't know. It's all fluff at the moment, but the point is, at least South Africa is not going to be giving 50 million rand to Cuba for the time being, so hopefully we can find better things to do with that money. I don't know exactly yet. It's a developing story, ladies and gentlemen, but hopefully I can get one of the AfriForum people on and we can discuss and chat about that. I really do want to know more about this. All right, so getting to the comments. By the way, whether you're watching on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, give me a comment and I'll be able to see it. No matter which platform you're watching, I'll be able to see, I'll be able to pop it up and we can discuss things. But always subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's more content on my YouTube channel. So let's see here. Okay, it's a 0.338 a POW Magnum. I remember that. I remember that you were telling me about that gun. So congratulations for getting it. And yeah, it looks pretty awesome. It seems like Vut has a question and saying thumbs up. I don't know. Vut? What's your question? Valerie's saying the weather is woes in my neck of the woods. Okay. I'm assuming that means bad weather. Sorry to hear. But yeah, Thanks for hanging out with me. We will, like I said at the bottom there, I'll switch over to Ramaphosa as soon as he goes live, ladies and gentlemen, which, as we can see here, he is still not live. I misspelled his name at the top there. Who cares? But, yeah, so as soon as he switches or becomes live, we will go and check him out. We'll see what the Ramaphosa has to say tonight. But yeah, other than that, we've got some news for our e-cigarette, ladies and gentlemen, our e-cigarette people. For those of you that smoke e-cigarettes, concerns over new e-cigarettes and vaping rules planned for South Africa. This is what are the problems you might be asking? Well, the Free Market Foundation has raised concerns about the government's plans to regulate e-cigarettes and vaping products, which it says could push more people towards traditional cigarettes and illicit markets, or the illicit market. I've heard, this is before I read this, I've heard that they're going to tax vaping products like hard. And I think this is what it might be about. The total excise duty to be levied on nicotine and non-nicotine solution, e-cigarettes and vaping will range from 33 Rand to what? I thought I was misreading it. I thought it was like 33.30 Rand to 34.60, but then I saw it was 346 Rand. Am I reading that right? It will be levied on nicotine and non-nicotine, so non-nicotine solutions as well. That's BS. E-cigarettes and vaping will range from 33 Rand to 346. Therefore, poorer communities suffering disproportionately from tobacco-related disease would be more incentivized to continue smoking cigarettes than picking healthier alternatives. Well, obviously. Okay, here we go. Taxes. Blah, blah, blah. Products to... Wow, okay. That's insane. Presenting on his 2022 budget speech, Finance Minister Enoch confirmed that the government is proposing to introduce a new tax on vaping products of at least basically 3 Rand per milliliter from 1 January 2023. So it's still going to only happen next year. But okay, so these things come in like, I think 30 milliliters, 60 milliliters, and so on. So just on tax, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Just on the tax, if you take a 60 milliliter tube, which is like standard, by the way, like that's like your average, size, right? For a tube of vape juice, right? So if you do, let's do 2.90, okay, times 60, okay? That's 174 Rand just on tax. Just on tax. Those things are already expensive. They're like 150 Rand already. So that's like over 300 Rand. Guys, this is ridiculous. Wow. What a way for the ANC to really start. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I was talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone's asking me, do you think the ANC is going to be out of power in 2024? I think they will. I think they are going to be out of power. And this kind of shit proves it. This kind of shit makes me lean more towards that, because what they are doing is literally pulling off the biggest heist in human history. That's what they're doing right now. That's all they're doing. Putting all these regulations, all these taxes, hyping up the tax rate so they can suck what's left of South Africa dry, and then they just leave. I don't know. Ramaphosa probably has a house in Dubai already next to the Guptas, while Zuma's like in the basement already sipping on his cocktails and whatever crap, right? Like, That's probably what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, ANC is going to give it up the South African bumhole until they leave. It's kind of like if we can't have it, then nobody can. I don't know, man. That kind of I don't even vape anymore. By the way, like I'm not a vapor anymore. Like I stopped. So I mean, but I'm just it's just the idea. 174 rand before you even bought the damn thing. That is insane. Let me just continue reading here. All right. For example, traditional tobacco products are subject to excise duties at a rate of 40% of the price of the most popular brand of each tobacco category. When applied to e-cigarettes, users could pay excise duty ranging from... I read that already. Okay, I read that already. Sorry. Average excise e-cigarettes proposed, for... Yeah, that's what I said. 2 rand. Okay, e-cigarettes containing nicotine... will attract higher rate. So products with a higher nicotine content, it is proposed, will attract a higher rate of duty compared to the lower nicotine products. Okay, so not only okay, so the more nicotine you have, the more the more you're gonna pay. Basically, that's insane. Look, man, they're just sucking everyone dry. That's what they're doing. That's all they're doing here is they're just sucking everyone dry. Like, I do worry that some people are gonna go back to cigarettes. I do worry about that. I mean, I wouldn't blame you really, but I mean, yeah, who cares? Let me just see what some of the people are saying about this. Valerie saying rough thunder, lightning, strong wind, and a bit of rain. That sounds lovely, to be honest. And Cameron is in the house saying hello, good evening, my fellow South Africans, impersonating Cyril. Okay, so Herman says that's BS on the tobacco tax story. Boots saying some people are going to be pissed. Welcome to the pain of we smokers and tobacco farmers feel every day. Yeah, it must be tough for you guys. Crap. Well, again, I would love to have you on the show and chat about maybe this, if you're willing to. Because Herman, for those of you who don't know, is a tobacco farmer, so it'd be very interesting to get his perspective. This is true. Mr. E making a very good point. It will just cause people to make their own vape juice. Not that difficult. There you go. Herman saying they're gonna tax the nicotine, not the vape oil. Yeah, they ban smoking. Exactly. Not interested in what he says. That's fine. But Julie, thank you for tuning in on Facebook. Pet Zoo Film Crew saying actually Squirrel has a mansion in Sea Point waiting for Cape Independence. Vaping is really not worth it. It can be depending on how you vape. Look, I will always advocate for vaping because it saved me and it saved my wife. Like, I'm now completely off cigarettes, completely off vaping. My wife wants to get off vaping, but she's gotten off cigarettes. She hasn't smoked a cigarette in like 3 years. And she was a hectic smoker, guys. Like, hectic. Okay, we're talking 2 boxes. She was up to 2 boxes a day. And she hasn't touched a cigarette again. So yeah. For us, it's worth it. Any restriction? Yeah, okay. Bolt and Uber on strike today, 3 times the normal price. It's like, well, I mean, that's because of the petrol. Say woot! The boss is talking tonight again. Yep, he's talking tonight again. Do DM me so we can arrange. Awesome. We can arrange. I will. I'll message you tomorrow. I mean, for people who are responsible under the age of 18. Look, I think nobody should smoke cigarettes, and I don't think people should be vaping either. Like, if I'm honest, like, let's be honest. Okay, I think vaping is a healthier solution, but I don't think we should be doing that as humans. That's just my opinion. I mean, I'm in a weird space now, guys, because I'm losing weight and I'm trying to like get a healthy. I'm trying to be a healthier person. So like for me, I'm like inhaling these things that we do now. You know, vaping hasn't been around for a while. All right, like it's been around, but it hasn't been. I don't think it's been around long enough to see what the effects are in 20, 30 years. You know. And that's the question. What happens to someone who's been vaping for 20 to 30 years? You know, I mean, at the beginning, cigarettes, everybody was like mad about cigarettes, right? Oh, you should smoke. It's stress. It's like a stress reliever. Cigarettes were cool back in like, was it the 50s or the 60s or something like that? Now look, you know? So, and again, I don't judge anybody who smokes cigarettes. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I have friends who smoke cigarettes. I don't care. But I'm just saying, like, inhaling certain stuff, I don't know. I'm not saying that it's totally bad. I'm just saying that I don't think it's. I'm just saying I'm skeptical when people say that it's completely healthy. I don't think it's completely healthy. I think there is going to be a side effect, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe in 20 years there will be a study out that says vaping causes no side effects. Then I'm like, okay, cool. Then vape all you want. I'm just saying I'm waiting for the information to come out. Complete information. That's what I'm saying. There's not enough data out there on vape. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't care whether you vape or not. I used to vape, and again, it got me off cigarettes. It got me off. I was eventually off vaping, so I don't do either now. So that's cool. Well, I don't think vaping really pollutes the air. It's water vapor. So yeah. Okay. Vape lung is a thing. See, I didn't even know about that. I don't even know what that is. I need to do some research. Yeah, okay. I know about popcorn lung. But apparently popcorn lung is not solely... like vaping is not the sole reason for popcorn lung. There's other things that contribute to that. So yeah. Good healthy lifestyle. Yeah, I have to make some changes, man. I really want to lose weight. So really trying to eat healthy and do all that stuff. You are taking water into your lungs. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It can't be like in 20 years' time. I don't think there might be something that will, say like, imagine you drown from vaping. Like, I shouldn't laugh, but like, you know what I mean? Like, imagine that being on your autopsy. Someone drowns from vaping. Yo, that's insane. But anyway. Let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. I just thought I would share that, man. Tax, but again, you know what? The tax again. Going back to the tax, the fact that the government's taxing us so much, so freaking much, just shows how much they just want to steal from all of us. They just want to suck South Africa dry. That's their main goal here. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, for cigarette smokers and vapors, be prepared. 175 rand before. That's just on tax. 175 rand to the price, just on tax. I mean, yeah. Anyway, I can't. I thought the TV on just to see how Max keep watching Joe on the screen. Awesome. Enjoy your smoke, Herman. Try keto diet. I'm doing something similar. I'm doing something similar to that. I'm basically, very quickly, I'm basically not eating anything processed. I'm staying away from sugars. I'm staying away as much as possible from carbohydrates. And I'm eating all natural, nothing in a box, nothing processed. And I'm even doing the intermediate fasting as well on top of that. So I only eat from 12 to 8, and then I don't eat. And I probably have 2 meals a day. That's pretty much it. And then if I want a snack, I'll have like some nuts or whatever, like a handful. But yeah, it's been working, guys, because I dropped. I don't know if anybody's seen my social media, but I dropped from a size 42 waist to a 40 waist. I'm down from a triple XL shirt to an XL shirt. Okay, the XL shirt's a little bit tight, bicky tight, but yeah, like the double XL is becoming loose. I'm like in the middle between XL and between double XL and XL. So, and that's my measuring stick. You know, that's that. I look at the mirror and I still see fatness. But my clothes are telling me otherwise, and that's what's keeping me motivated to keep on going. But also you guys, when I post on social media about my journey, and you guys say keep on going, it really helps. So thank you guys so much for all the support. Matthew being weird again. Sometimes I think Matthew smokes weed and then watches my show, because some of the stuff he says, like, how do you make up? How do you like come up with this stuff? Kyle Benzo, thank you for tuning in, saying I wish you all the best on this. Thanks, man. Thank you so much. My goal is to get to like, what was my goal again? Oh yeah, I wanted to lose 20 kilos in 6 months, and I'm documenting my journey on social media, on like Instagram, Twitter, and I post sometimes about it on YouTube, and TikTok. All right, so next headline, very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got about 20 minutes until the president addresses us, and I will switch over at 8 p.m. Apparently, this might be the last family meeting Ramaphosa to address the South Africans Tuesday night, so obviously this is a very recent headline. Don't know why I had a brain fart there. This headline is just about like, hey, it's, you know, he's addressing us, 8 p.m., whatever. The part that I wanted to talk about, I cannot find. So basically, in case you guys were wondering what today is going to be about, developments in South Africa response to COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah, so that's what tonight's going to be about, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to watch. It's going to be interesting. I will discuss what I think is going to happen in just a few moments. I want to first go to this next headline, which is also about the same kind of headline, but this is what I wanted to point out. Apparently, okay, the presidency announced they will speak at 8 p.m. Good things are coming tonight, said a source who sits on the National Coronavirus Communist Council. They did a spelling mistake there. It's supposed to say Communist Council. So yeah, they need to speak to their editor. They need to get that sorted out ASAP. Let's see. Council blah blah was expected to announce the mask. Okay, so the mask wearing would be required only indoors. On events, Ramaphosa was expected to announce 50% venue capacity cap, which is BS. All of it's BS. Blah blah blah. Pressure has been mounting. He said he's not going to be reckless about it. Blah 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 blah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I tried to find a headline that would or a news article that would give us some hints as to what could possibly be on the cards during the speech. And the only thing I could find was that at the moment. So, yeah. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. Let's start there. What do you guys think he's going to say about tonight? What do you think the address is going to be? Like I said, 8 p.m. I'll switch over. There will be no ad break tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to switch right over. So yeah, as soon as I hear him talking, we'll switch right over. 8 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. Do you think he's going to be on time? I think he's going to be on time. I think he's going to be on time. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to please thank you once again, Cyril Ramaphosa, for helping me out with this. Please hit that like button. Don't forget to also subscribe if you haven't yet, and please subscribe on YouTube. If you're following on any other social media, give it a follow, give it a like, do that thing. And thanks for the Sasa Chats, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you that are giving Sasa Chats tonight, thank you so much. For those of you that haven't, maybe you can think about sparing a Sasa Chat or Super Chat. It would be greatly appreciated. It helps the channel go a long way. And yeah, thanks for watching as well. It's really appreciated for all of you that are tuning in and watching. Thank you so much, Cyril Ramaphosa, for helping me out with this one. Thank you so much for all the housekeeping that needs to be done on the show. Thank you. Helen saying, I'm looking much thinner. Well, thank you. I don't really see it, but thank you. Like I said, I look at myself, I still see. But yeah, my clothes tell me I've lost, so that's what keeps me motivated. Awesome. I was once size 46, dropped to 34, back up to 36. Well, it's better than being back up to 46, dude. So, like, well done for losing that amount. 36 is, wow. 46 to 36. Wow, that's one hell of a drop, man. Well done. Well done. I'm a 34. You're flipping skinny, man. Eat a burger. At 6'1", oh my word, you're a tall, skinny bitch. Like 6'1", that's tall, man. You're way taller than me. I'm 5'7". Am I that? Wait, that doesn't sound. Yeah, I am 5'7". 5 feet 7 inches. Yeah, I know. It would be great, but I don't think that's going to happen. So Mr. E thinks they received a lot of kickback and legal challenges, so they're going to reassure the populace by removing some restrictions and possibly even ending the state of disaster. Okay. Helen says, blah, 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 we need this power over you. Really, you can't be trusted to think for yourself. Keep those masks on. We haven't vaccinated all of you despite being exposed to COVID. Sounds about right, Helen. Probably. Every day. Wow. I want to get there. Quaid Vander Vestuyzen, that's such a cool name, is asking how old am I? I am in my 30s. It's kind of weird that you asked me how old I am. It's a very random question, but thank you for watching on Facebook. Yes, it's already started. Like, yeah. All right, so here's my how much time? 15 minutes. Okay, so I think I'm gonna be honest. For the first time, like I've streamed a lot of the president's speeches, and usually I have like a feeling like of where things are gonna go, and most of the time I'm kind of correct. Not about everything, but you know, I'm pretty much can see where it's going. This one I'm not sure. This one My gut feeling is saying that nothing's going to change. The only thing that's going to change is a mix of what you all have said, which is, I do agree with Mr. E that the state of disaster will end, but not in the sense that you think it will. Because what they're basically doing is putting these regulations in the Health Act. So these regulations will remain, you know. How extensive or how, like, for example, what is unknown at the moment is like sanitization. For example, let's take sanitization, okay? Is it going to be law that every store has to now have sanitizer on the premises and everybody has to sanitize? Or is it only going to be during a pandemic that this now has to happen? You know, that's the part that is unclear. And I'm not sure, guys. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what is going to be said tonight. I do think he'll talk about vaccines. That's definitely going to happen. He'll probably promise that the state of disaster will end. This is like the last month of it, and blah blah blah, and they're almost done finalizing the Health Act now or amend the Health Act and all that stuff. But yeah, we'll see what. But I have some surprises for you guys. For those of you that are watching me doing this for the first time, I have some surprises. I have a bit of fun with the president, and you'll see what I mean when we switch over to his speech. I have a bit of fun with the president while he's chatting. Hein Pinar saying, "You're not sure of anything." Well, I mean, are you? Like, who knows what he's going to say tonight? I mean, he surprised us all with his State of the Nation address. How stupid are you, your? I'm not even sure what you're trying to say there. How stupid are you, your? Okay, Hein Pinar. I feel like you have some issues. But thanks for watching, Hein, on Facebook. It's great to have you with us. What about when people Zol? They put saliva on the paper. It's amazing that even got to the States. Like, wow. 30s is in the 20s. No. 30s is way better than the 20s. Like, way better. Absolutely. Code name for 36. No, I'm younger than 36. I can say that. But yeah. Yep. Pretty much. Hein just giving a smile. Good to have you with us, Hein. While the thumb screws are tight on us, not much will change. No, I mean, that's the thing. Look, let's be honest. The Communist Party of South Africa wants to keep power for as long as possible. So I really don't think anything's really going to change that dramatically, except for everything's going to be law now. Herman saying, wait until you get to your 40s, bro. Everything's better, just you're a bit slower. I'm sure it is. I'm sure what you are busy building in your 30s really comes back to fruition when you're 40s. That's my prediction. I don't know, but yeah. Linda Van Rooyen, who I'm not sure is coming from Facebook or YouTube. I think it's Facebook. Is saying, hello, Joe. Hello, Linda. good for you to join us. It's nice to have you with us. So, ladies and gentlemen, 10 minutes until Cyril Ramaphosa, or Cyril Ramaphosa, sorry. This is Cyril Ramaphosa. Okay, that's my little mascot, Cyril Ramaphosa. He's like, he just, every now and again will ask for these kind of things. Yeah, if you feel like you're enjoying the show, please give a super chat, or as he calls it, a sussa chat. That'd be great. And much appreciated. Quaid asking, what is your name? Quaid, my name is Joe Emilio, and you're watching the Joe Emilio Show, and I'm your host, Joe Emilio. So yeah. Let's see. But that's basically what I was saying. Look, we know that the ANC is just going to try and hold on to power. That's what we know. Okay. I don't have any optimism about this speech. So yeah. Helen saying hi, Jeremy. Yeah. Jason Maitland, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Maitland is an aspiring comedian, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if he still does comedy after the lockdown, but yeah, man. I'm sorry to hear about Mashton. Mashton, ladies and gentlemen, was a venue that used to hold stand-up comedy. It does not anymore because that venue has unfortunately closed down. Jason, good for you to join again. I haven't seen you in ages, man. I'm having an open mic night on the 1st of April, Jason. If you're keen to be part of it. Let's see. Rama Snorza. I like that one. Acid Zill saying lol. Acid Zill, nice to know that you're watching, man. Nice of you to be in the background, I guess. And I suffer from Ramophobia. Not Ramaphoria? Did you not? Were you not part of the Ramaphoria? Jason looks funny. Hey, be nice. No, he actually he was quite a funny cat. Yeah. I think Quaid Quaid gives off like he's a teenager of sorts. Maybe. Quaid, I do not play Fortnite, unfortunately. It's just not my kind of game. And also everybody plays Fortnite. Like, bleh. I am a bit of a gamer. I just don't have as much time for games as I wish I could have. Did I say that right? No, I think it's going to be my fellow South Africans. Look, it's not going to be bad news. Well, to him, it's not going to be bad news. To us, it'll probably be bad news. But he's going to be calm. He's going to be calm and collect. He's probably going to be sitting down. Yeah. So, Azil, why Fortnite is great? I hear it's great. I don't care who plays it. I watched a few things. I was like, this just isn't for me. You know what my thing is? I don't like this is gonna sound so weird, but like, I grew up at a time when games were not online. Okay, and I get the appeal of online gaming. You know, you can play with someone who's on the other side of the world. You can play Call of Duty and all that stuff and have mad fun with your friends and make friends and all that stuff. I get it. I understand it. I'm not trashing that. It's just something I never really got into. I like solo play because I grew up at a time when your console couldn't connect to the internet and all you had was like GoldenEye. Remember GoldenEye? Anybody remember GoldenEye? I mean, this is like retro gaming 101 now. right? Like GoldenEye and Super Mario and Resident Evil, PlayStation 1. You know, that's the kind of games I enjoy. That's the kind of games I like to play. And until now, I like to play games where I don't have to be online. I don't have to play with other people. And I, like, no offense, I play GTA 5 online. That's kind of fun. But people can be real a-holes, for lack of a better term, on that platform. So yeah. But, yeah. I'm not that old, dude. But okay. Yes. Need for Speed Underground. Remember Need for Speed Underground? Tony Hawk Underground. Tony Hawk. All the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, 2, 3, 4. Underground. Underground 2. What was the other one? American Wasteland. I was a huge Tony Hawk game thing. And WWE. I used to love playing WWE games. I still play them. I am in two minds, man, about PlayStation or Xbox. I have an Xbox. The only reason why I would get a PlayStation right now is to play Spider-Man. That's the only reason. Other than that, yeah. Need for Speed Most Wanted. That was a good game. Okay, we're getting sidetracked, ladies and gentlemen. 4 minutes. I'll have a nice gaming discussion with you guys maybe on Thursday evening. We'll reminisce. I actually have a really cool book. I'll share it with you guys. It's the Guinness World Book of Records for Gaming. 2007, I think, was the year. Really cool book, and we'll talk about that. On Thursday. How about that? And then you guys can get to know me and gaming a bit. What's in the background? That's a lightsaber that's on the wall. Above that is just figurines and things that I like in this world. The guitar is from my wife. The hat says Footsec ANC because I don't like the ANC. That big fellow over there is Captain Teague from Pirates of the Caribbean. That's Kurt Cobain, and I'll do a tour of my studio another time. Prince of Persia. That was a good game. What? Last month you could have played Spider-Man on Fortnite. I got no comment. I got no comment. Sonic the Hedgehog, dude. Epic. Aladdin. Remember that? Aladdin? Like that game? Oh, man, I love that game. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I would turn it on now, but there's no time. But yes, it makes sounds. It does the animation of the lightsaber turning on. And it changes color. It does everything. It does the blaster effects. It does the clash effects. All that stuff. Counter-Strike. Yeah, it was a good game. I like the game. I'm not a big fan of PC games, if I'm honest. I'm more of a console guy. Lion King. Oh, my word. I remember Lion King, though. That was... Oh, wait. President might be going live soon, guys. Hold on. Let's switch over so that we know. Well, there's a lot of people watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be switching. Well, we're waiting now for the president to address the nation, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who are new to the channel, please subscribe. For the record, I do not like Cyril Ramaphosa, for those of you that are listening. So I don't like the ANC. I'm putting it out there. I'm letting you guys know. So if you want to hear more content like that, or if you enjoy general information and fun and interesting conversations, then please subscribe to this channel. I have interesting people that I talk to every week. I have panel nights where we have interesting discussions about interesting topics, and then of course Thursday evenings I have a group of comedians and we just have a lot of fun before the weekend. It's like a comedy evening, ladies and gentlemen. So please, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. It would be greatly appreciated. Even Cyril Ramaphosa is asking you to please subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. There he is in the corner there. He's saying, please subscribe. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. Thank you. It's got a few people watching. Okay, so we're just waiting now for the president to address us. Let me get rid of this. I see the comments in the SABC chats is getting real. Let me just do that, and we just wait. Just patiently wait for the president to address us. How small should I make myself? I don't know. Let's do that. Just like that. All right, so, yes, Zil, you are right. And don't forget to also like the channel or like on the video, wherever it is you're watching. Don't forget to leave a like. Just hit that like button. There we go. Cyril Ramaphosa also telling us. And don't forget, also spare a super chat or Sasa chat, as Cyril Ramaphosa calls it. A Sasa chat would be greatly appreciated, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, Shelwyn Levy on other channel where he is speaking. Okay, well, nothing here. I'll try and refresh. Nothing yet on this. Oh, here we go.
Almost exactly 2 years since I stood before you to announce that South Africa would be entering a nationwide lockdown to contain the spread of COVID-19 virus. This was a drastic and unprecedented measure, but it helped to slow the spread of the virus so that our health facilities and indeed our society could have time to prepare for the anticipated surge in infections. Since then, we have had to adjust our response as the pandemic has changed, as infections have risen and fallen, and as our health facilities have come under enormous pressure. For 2 years, our lives have been shaped by this pandemic. South Africa has had more than 3.7 million cases and has recorded nearly 100,000 COVID-19 deaths. The pandemic has changed the way we work, the way we travel, the way we worship and socialize, the way we play and watch sport. It has shattered many livelihoods and devastated our economy, leading to the closure of many businesses and the loss of some 2 million jobs. Yet it has also shown South Africans to be a caring and compassionate people, coming to each other's assistance at the hour of the greatest need. When we were called upon to observe restrictions on movement, gatherings, and various activities, as South Africans, we did so, knowing that it is for the sake of our health and lives and the good of the country. Over the past 2 years, we have taken unprecedented actions to strengthen our health system. We hired more people to deal with the pandemic, built more hospital and laboratory capacity, and ensured that COVID patients are well cared for in our hospitals. We are now at a watershed moment. We are now ready to enter a new phase in our management of the pandemic. After 4 waves of infection, fewer people are becoming severely ill and requiring hospitalization. There are fewer deaths than before. Our scientists tell us that this is mainly because some 60 to 80% of the population has some form of immunity to the virus, either from previous infection or vaccinations. From the experience of the past 2 years, our health services have learned to manage the disease more effectively. We have gotten used to wearing masks and washing our hands regularly. Most importantly, 48% of all adults have received at least one vaccine dose. We therefore enter the third year of this pandemic more hopeful than ever before. While the pandemic is not yet over, and while we remain cautious, we see many parts of our daily life returning to normal. We see our economy returning to full operation. We feel the fear and despair of the last 2 years lifting from our shoulders. Due to the changing nature of the pandemic and due to the progress that has been made through our collective efforts, we intend to lift the national state of disaster as soon as public comment on the health regulations published by the Minister of Health have been completed. These regulations, when finalized, will replace the state of disaster regulations as the legal instrument that we use to manage the pandemic. All South Africans are invited to make comments on the draft regulations before the 16th of April 2022. What should be clear, though, is that the end of the national state of disaster will not mean the end and does not mean the end of the pandemic. It just means that we are changing the way we manage the pandemic, and we will be relying on health regulations rather than disaster management regulations. It means that we are learning to live with the virus in our presence. It means that we are returning as far as possible to the lives that we lived before the pandemic due to the relaxation of many of the restrictions. It means that we are opening our economy still further and that we are resuming many of the social and cultural activities that we have missed over the last 2 years. Since October last year, the country has been at adjusted level 1, which has meant that many normal activities have resumed with health guidelines followed at all times. Most of the restrictions on the economic activity have been lifted. We are now able to ease the restrictions even further. In deciding which restrictions to ease and which to keep in place, we are obviously guided, as before, by the advice of the Ministerial Advisory Committee on COVID-19, which, as you recall, is composed of medical people, scientists, and what have you. We've also looked to the experiences of other countries, for we learn a great deal from other countries as they manage the pandemic, including those countries where the complete lifting of restrictions has been followed by a surge, a rise in infections and deaths. We study these countries and what they are doing to better inform our own response. Knowing that we have to enter a new phase in our management of the pandemic, we took time to consult widely with various stakeholders, including religious bodies, sporting organizations, traditional leaders, educationists, and many others. Earlier today, we held a meeting of the Presidential Coordinating Council, which brings together our premiers, our mayors of all metros, ministers, deputy ministers, and representatives of SALGA, the South African Local Government Association, as well as our traditional leaders. Based on those consultations and the recommendations of the National Coronavirus Command Council, Cabinet has decided to ease several restrictions as part of Adjusted Level 1. The restrictions on gatherings are being significantly changed. In previous regulations, the emphasis was on placing an upper limit on the number of people who could attend a gathering. The approach now going forward is that both indoor and outdoor venues can now take up to 50% of their capacity, provided that the criteria for entrance at those venues is proof of vaccination or a COVID test not older than 72 hours. But where there is no provision for proof of vaccination or a COVID test, then the current upper limit will remain of 1,000 people indoors and 2,000 people outdoors. This change to the restriction on gatherings will be of great benefit to the sporting, cultural, entertainment, and event industries in particular. This means that if we are vaccinated or have recently tested negative, we'll be able to return to watching sports in our stadiums and attending music concerts or events. We'll be able to attend theater performances, conferences, and other events. The maximum number of people permitted at a funeral will increase from 100 to 200. As before, night vigils, after funeral gatherings, and the so-called after tears gatherings are still not allowed. There are also important changes to the regulation on the wearing of masks. As before, it is mandatory to wear a mask or similar covering over the nose and mouth when in public indoor spaces. However, a mask is not required when one is outdoors. This means that we still need to wear masks when in facilities like shops, malls, offices, factories, taxis, buses, trains, or any other indoor place. But we do not need to wear masks when we are walking on the streets of our country or our pathways, or in an open space, when exercising outdoors, or jogging, or when attending an outdoor gathering. The regulations on social distancing are also being changed, requiring that a space of 1 meter is maintained between persons in all settings except in schools. There are also changes to the regulations on international travel. Travelers entering South Africa will need to show proof of vaccination or a negative PCR test not older than 72 hours. All unvaccinated travelers entering the country who want to be vaccinated will be offered a vaccination. These measures will take effect from tomorrow, Wednesday, the 23rd of March, 2022, once the new regulations are gazetted. With these changes, almost all restrictions on social and economic activity will have been lifted. Going forward, our most important defenses against the disease are, firstly, vaccination, and secondly, the observance of basic measures such as wearing masks indoors. The further easing of the remaining restrictions will require that we increase the rate of vaccination among South Africans. The vaccine has been shown to significantly reduce severe illness. Statistics from our health facilities clearly show that people who are not vaccinated stand a higher chance of being hospitalized or even dying from COVID-19. Vaccination is likely to reduce transmission at home and at places like schools, universities, where there is close contact. Therefore, while we welcome the fact that more than 68% of people older than 60 years in South Africa have been vaccinated, we are concerned that only 35% of people between 18 and 35 years have been vaccinated. It is vitally important that we get many more of our people between 18 and 35 years vaccinated. And that is why we launched the hashtag #KeReady campaign last month. I'm sure that a number of you have already seen this campaign. This campaign includes messages developed by young people and focuses on making the case for people between 18 and 35 years to vaccinate. In addition, we would like to encourage those who are vaccinated to go and receive their booster doses, like I did the other day. If we are all vaccinated, we can turn our energy, our resources, and effort to rebuilding our economy and creating much needed jobs. 2 years ago, as we announced the start of a nationwide lockdown, I said that in the days, weeks, and months ahead, our resolve, our resourcefulness, and our unity as a nation would be tested as never before. I called on all of us to play our part and said to be courageous, to be patient, and above all, we should show compassion. The people of South Africa have responded to that call time and time and time again. Once more, we are all called upon to play our part, to get vaccinated as we embark with hope and determination on a new era in our fight against this pandemic. I thank you and good night.
He found his iPad. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching that. I actually, I wanted to do a Thug Life thing, and I didn't know he was going to end so quickly. That was very short. All right, so for those of you who are still watching, please, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. I make fun of ANC all the time on this channel, talk about politics, talk about other things, interesting topics with interesting people. So please subscribe if that's your kind of content. And I also have comedians on the show, and we crack some jokes every week on a Thursday evening. So please, if you're interested, please subscribe. Please watch some of the content on my channel. Please subscribe to the Joe Emilio Show. It would be greatly appreciated. Let me just switch this thing off very quickly. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen. Now that that's over with, well, some interesting things and some not so interesting things. Herman. Wow. I just want to bring this up very quickly. Hold on, because this guy thinks he's got me here. I am South African. I live in South Africa. Your ignorance is showing, and I'd be very careful with what you say on social media. I have the South African citizenship, all that stuff, so you can go cry somewhere else. Cheers. Lightsaber time, yeah. Anyway, while Thomas has a hernia on Facebook, what did he actually say? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is yeah, what did he actually say? Basically, we can wear masks inside now. That's a law, or not law, but that's the restriction now. You have to wear it inside. Who knows why? Even though the ANC's doctor that they often speak to for guidance and all that stuff said that masks are useless. Apparently, we still have to wear masks. I don't know why. What else did he say? He didn't really say much. And that the state of disaster is going to be lifted once the new regulations, or whatever it's called, that want to be that they want to put into the Health Act have been gazetted, and that public should comment. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me actually say this is very important. Follow Dear SA. There's no doubt there is a campaign that they are running at the moment, End the State of Disaster. Please go and comment. It costs you literally nothing. Okay, it just costs you 2 minutes of your time. Go to Dear SA. Comment. I'm going to be promoting that a lot in the coming weeks before the deadline. So please go check it out. Please comment. It costs you nothing. It's free, and it just takes 2 minutes of your time. And hopefully, we can put a real end to this state of disaster. Other than that, I would agree with Corali. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It was a bunch of crap. Thank you for watching on Facebook. It was a bunch of crap. He didn't really say anything. I was like, what was that? Like, this was like a 15-minute chat, something like that. Thank you, Vut, for putting the website on. There we go. And there we go, Herman as well, putting the link in. Go to the link and comment. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I like how he tried to blackmail, almost not blackmail, but like, I don't know what he was like, guilt trip almost, or I don't know, justify. He was trying to justify the reasons, right? So he was like, yeah, but we've also been keeping an eye on international. We noticed that when they lift the restrictions, there's an increase in transmission, or whatever you want to call it. And it's like, really, dude, that's how you're going to try and fearmonger everybody? Everybody like was rolling their eyes when they were watching this, right? Like, that's why I do what I do. That's why I put the little animations on and stuff like that, because, I mean, it just makes it a little bit more entertaining than to watch this guy just spew lies the entire time. And, yeah, I mean, again, this... and the biggest thing is, like, now we've got to show proof of vaccination, people. He's leaving it up to the businesses to decide whether they want to ask people for proof of vaccination. That's what he's doing. Because what he's done is he's telling the businesses, look, if you want to have 50% capacity at your venue, then which equals more money for you, because you're going to make more money at your venue if there's 50% more, or there's a 50% cap, or whatever you want to call it, or your venue can't hold 50% of the amount of people. So if you want to have that, then you need to ask for people to present verification of vaccination. If you don't, well, then you can't have as many people in there. That's blackmail. That's again, you're forcing people here. You're forcing businesses, and that will force people. Oh, guys, I see big problems headed in South Africa if this actually goes through. Like, if this actually happens, if this is the kind of South Africa we're going to be living in, I'm going to see a lot of violence in the future. And yeah, it's South Africa is not going to be a very happy place. And again, let's just be frank here. These things only affect the middle class. Okay, and I'm not talking about race here. Okay, I'm talking about every single middle class individual, whether you're black, colored, white, Indian, doesn't matter. Anybody who's in the middle class, it's going to affect you. That's all it's going to affect, because all that ANC is going to do is create more of a divide. Because let me tell you something: the townships have never experienced lockdown. Okay, maybe with the military a little bit, but there was never any social distancing in the townships. I knew a lot of people who were in the townships who told me that they're just going on like, no, nobody wears masks, nobody's social distancing, none of that. They haven't. And how can you, when you stay in a shack, which is like a 2 by 2 meter room, and you're 6 people? It's impossible. You want to tell me that those people are going to be vaccinated? Try. But they have their own economy. They've been doing things on their own this entire time. They haven't experienced lockdown. So townships might be a little bit affected, especially for those who have jobs in businesses. Then they're, those businesses say, hey, you got to get vaccinated. That might cause a bit of upset. You try telling somebody that they can't buy bread because they need to be vaccinated. I want to see what's going to happen then. I've said this from the beginning, and I've said this always. I don't care if you get vaccinated or not. It is your personal choice. But I don't agree when the government starts stepping in and almost blackmailing or trying to find loopholes or other ways of making people get this jab. That just doesn't sit well with me. It's like dangling a carrot all the time and pushing it further and further away. We made a huge mistake by allowing this ANC government to take all this power for themselves. And now we're seeing the effects. They're power hungry. And guys, we this is what DRSA, AfriForum, IRR have been warning about for months, weeks, since the beginning of this lockdown even. And we need to do something. So please go to DRSA, leave your comment. It is the best way to do it. So please do that. Leave a comment with DRSA. Have your say. It's very important. Look, subscribe to my channel if you want to know more. I'm going to be talking about it a lot more in the future. We've got to get our comments on that site. We've got to do something about this. And I do have a Telegram channel. It is linked in the description below. So please, those of you that are on Telegram, if you want to be part of my Telegram channel, go ahead. I'm thinking about starting a Telegram group. I might, if people favor that. I don't know. I know a lot of people have groups though. So anyway, but yeah. So look, in all honesty, I don't think the government can be that strict when it comes to vaccine mandates or anything like that. I think they will. Eventually it will die down. They're going to try and implement it to keep IMF or whoever it is that they borrowed money from happy. But eventually it will die down like it's dying down across the world. A lot of doctors are coming out now and saying that the masks don't work. Doctors that the ANC trusts. So it is what it is. I don't think we are going to... I don't think it's going to last. That's what I'm trying to say. I think the ANC is going to try, but they will fail. So yeah. Let me just have a look at what you guys say. Let's see. Cape exits the best way out. Corelli saying, I totally agree with you 100%. Thank you, Zach, for posting your comment. That's greatly appreciated. Thank you, Herman, for posting the link again. Guys, go to that link and have your say. The way out of this is to go to DRSA. Go to them. Check out my conversation with Rob Hutchinson that I had last week. DRSA is not a petition. It's better than a petition. They have won court cases. They've won things. They have a good track record, so support them. You're welcome. Thank you for watching. Yep, 13 active campaigns on DRSA currently, and they keep on winning. Herman saying he doesn't care about the IMF. or WEF or ANC. I just want to go to Zanzibar. Yeah, a lot of people want to go back to normal. That's the thing. A lot of people want to just live their lives, and I like how Cyril was saying, like, yeah, no, we've eased the restrictions quite a lot. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. I'm doing a show, okay, in June. I've been the venue owner has told me that his capacity, that the only amount of people that he's allowed to have in that venue is 50% of that venue. It's 45 people. Okay. Now, there's no difference. After what Cyril said, there's no difference. There's no difference. And I don't know what his decision is going to be on the whole jab thing, if he's going to start asking people. But that's going to hurt business. Because the majority of people in South Africa, or no, not the majority, I think it's like 50% of South Africans are not vaccinated. I think it was like 33 million. And I don't even know if that's a real number. All right? I don't even know if that's a verified number. But let's say, for argument's sake, that it is 50% of South Africans that are vaccinated. So 50% aren't. So that's already 50% of potential customers that you're going to chase away because you're asking them to be vaccinated. And if you don't ask for that, if you don't verify people being vaccinated, then you can't have 50% of your venue opened. What a again, ANC just wants to kill the middle class. That's all they want to do. So, yeah. But thank you all so much for watching. Views have dropped quite a bit, but that's fine. For those of you that are still watching, thank you so much. And subscribe to the channel, give a like to the page, no matter where you're. If you're watching on Twitch, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, Twitter, give a follow, leave a like, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. There's a lot of content on the YouTube channel, a lot more than my social media accounts. So do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. A lot of people on Facebook are angry, guys. Seeing a lot of people swearing at me on Facebook. It's quite funny because they think, oh, I'm going to swear at you and then everything's going to be okay. But anyway, let's see. Linda saying, thanks, Joe. Thank you for watching. I like your profile pic there. It's pretty cool. In a plane in the clouds. That's a pretty cool profile pic. It's cool. Yeah, so guys, what was said tonight? Nothing much. Just that things are going to become law. We don't have to wear masks if we're outside, but we do if we're inside, which doesn't make sense. You know what? It literally doesn't make sense, because this is what you're going to do if you go to a restaurant, right? You're not going to wear a mask, okay? Then you're going to get to the door, you're going to put it on, okay? Then, when you get to your table, you're going to take it off, which could be like a 30-second walk. So for 30 seconds, how does that make sense? Please, someone explain the science to me. Please. I'm begging you in the comments. Please explain the science. Please. Explain the science of any of this. Because now apparently you don't have to social distance for 1.5 meters. It's only 1 meter now. Right? Because that half a meter, that made the total difference. Oh, and some people fall for this, Some people are like, really, like, yes, Cyril Ramaphosa, yes, you're right, we should do that, you're right, yes. Thank you, Cyril. Thank you, Cyril. Meanwhile, the ANC is the cause for all this unemployment because of their ridiculous policies that they have implemented. There's more ridiculous policies coming, ladies and gentlemen, that are just going to cause more unemployment. You know, if anybody's watching this that has a job, you hang on to that job with your dear life. Because more craziness is coming, ladies and gentlemen. It's only going to get worse. I don't know if anyone heard what happened in Robertson in the Western Cape over the weekend. Horrific scenes coming out of Robertson. I didn't want to talk about it too much because I'm waiting for all the facts to come out. But apparently that was over a labor dispute or jobs, you know, again. Jobs? People want jobs. But no, let's make it even more difficult for businesses to earn money. Let's rather do that. Right, Cyril? Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, Valerie, looking forward to tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's greatly appreciated. I usually do a 2-hour show, ladies and gentlemen. But I think I'm going to call it here because Ellen, wow, what's a job? Well, self-employed then. Make your own business and become self-employed. There we go. Thankfully, I'm self-employed. It's hard work. It's hard. There is no work. Exactly. I think a lot of people are self-employed. I'm technically self-employed as well. So, and I mean, you just have to. You have to you gotta do what you gotta do, really. Maybe I'll have a stream once, and if there's enough people watching, we'll share each other's business, like what we do, and like if anybody needs, like for example, let's say Corali's in, I don't know, marketing, and someone needs help with marketing. That'd be great, just maybe share with each other, and then share each other's business stuff. Create business with each other, basically. Business network sort of thing. I think that'd be cool. I just want to thank Sapphire Sky. Her earlier on gave a 80 Rand super chat. Thank you so much for the 80 Rand super chat. Thank you so much for everybody else who gave a super chat, or as Cyril Ramaphosa calls it, a Sasa chat. It is greatly appreciated. There we go. He's saying thanks for the Sasa chat. It's really appreciated. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, to also subscribe or like or follow, all that stuff, depending on where you're watching. If you're watching on Twitch, follow. Twitter, follow. Facebook, give a like. And then, of course, if you still want to, you can still give a super chat or a Sasa chat. Be greatly appreciated, and hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna sign off now. Bye, Herman. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will get in contact with you. I'll have you on the show soon, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, the ANC wants to censor the internet. The ANC wants to tax tobacco and e-cigarettes and everything else left, right, and center, and at the same time make it very difficult for people to work and to open their businesses even more. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy this kind of content, do leave a like, do leave a follow, and do subscribe. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'll be back Thursday evening with the comedians once again. We're going to be roasting the headlines. That's always a lot of fun, ladies and gentlemen. Just a nice, chilled, funny evening if you want to have a bit of laugh before the weekend hits you. It's a short week this week for South Africans. Tuesday to Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Acid Zill really wanted me to switch on the lightsaber. I'll do it next time, buddy, on Thursday evening. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for enjoying the show and tuning in with me and listening to the BS that Cyril had to say. You guys are awesome. Thank you all so much for the super chats once again. And yeah, if I don't see you next time, stay safe, be kind to one another, and I'll see you at the next one. Cheers.